Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So let's recreate the sign up scenario so that we start with a channel. So I'm going to go to my schema here, the database, and remove my user account. So because we have this John Doe account here and the email is not even verified yet, so we need a channel ID as well, and the channel name. So let's see how we can facilitate that. Now I want us to truncate this table, which is delete the records and then set the ID back to 1. Now you can do that by going to operations here and clicking the truncate button, or you can just type a query and just say truncate table users, like that. Okay, so let's go. And do you really want to truncate? Of course I do. Okay, so there we go, truncated. Now it's empty. Okay, so we go back to here and we want to create a profile image as well. So let me go back to the sign up. Okay, sign up page. There we go. So let's add channel name, maybe under first name and last name over here. So we can do that by going to the app and let's look at views. Let me close all these guys. So the views are not in the admin section. No, just here in the front end. So that's sign up right there. So with sign up view, this one doesn't have a templating and all that. So it just loads PHP directly. Where is this? First name and last name. Yes. So first name, last name, just under these guys. I'm going to create one of these. So copy that and paste it here. Okay, very good. Let's make this one a 12 column thingy. And let me say channel name here. Wait, what's the column in here? That way we don't have to struggle so much. Inside channels, it's called name. Okay. But because name is very ambiguous in this context, we're just going to say channel underscore name, like that. Okay. So here we're going to say your channel's name. Channel's name. Okay, there we go. Channel name, channel name, channel name. Okay, so let's look at that page again. Okay, your channel's name. Good. So we need to validate this channel name information. So, of course, we'll go to a controller. It's not in the admin. It's in the... Wait, where is it? It is in the admin, isn't it? No. Where is this happening? In the auth? Yes. Sign up. Okay. So just like we have first name here, we're just going to add one for the... Let me add one for the channel name. Did I put double N? Okay, so channel name. This time I'm going to do the full thing here. Put a comma there, don't forget that. Okay, so I want not these shortcuts, but this one, like right here. And then I'll say name. The name is the name of the column. Should be channel name, like that. And then we need some rows. Okay, so rows. There we go. Rows are in form of an array as well. So what's the first row? The first row is it's required. Okay. Now required, in case it doesn't go through, we can put an error message. Please add a valid. Or just say channel name is required, right? Simple and straightforward. Let's duplicate some other rows. This one will need just it to be, it can be alphanumeric, because with channel names you can put numbers there. Channel name can't have symbols. Yep, so if they're not alphanumeric, then they are probably symbols, so we can infer that. We don't need spaces as well, so no space is a thing. Let's just say no space, and we can just do it like that, right? These are rows as well. It's not an array, so it will use the name here for the error. Okay. So yeah, that seems like the thing. Okay, so now let's try and just sign up here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so syntax error on the sign up controller on line 24. It's expecting an equal sign. Where is that? Right here. Oh yeah. Sorry, my bad. Should have been an arrow instead. So let's resend this. See what errors we get. Yeah, your channel name is required. Okay, let's add my channel. Oh wait, we do need spaces there, right? My bad. So let me refresh. Let's see, to say channel name should not contain spaces. Oh, okay, that's not true. So let's just remove the no space thing. Maybe we can just put a min and max, but for now let's just leave it be. Yeah, but people can be weird sometimes, so maybe let's put a cap on that. Okay, let's just say max. How many? Let's say 100 maybe can be the max. Okay, cool. Now spaces are allowed, so that's my channel. So we're gonna say let's just name it like good food channel. Okay, something like that. Okay, so let's try that. Let's put our email at email.com. Let's select a country, and let's select a gender. It's male, and let's select a date. Date of birth, right? 1990, somewhere there. That's not my birthday, by the way. That's just random. I'm much older than that. Okay, so let's put a password. Yeah, password. All right, then let's agree, and let's sign up. Now, before we hit this sign up, I want to be able to redo what I'm doing. So let's go to controller. This is auth controller, sign up controller. Okay, good. We are already on that controller. So what I want is to grab, where is this? Render, country, that's fine. Wait a second, save to database. Where am I saving? Oh, there we go. User create. That's ID. Okay, so that returns an ID of the user that was created. Okay, cool, interesting. So we can then use that ID for some other stuff. So the same way we have user create, we can have channel create. Okay, so let's go to these classes. I want my user class. Where is that? Where is... Oh, classes are in here. Oh my goodness, you know. Okay, so this can be part of the auth right here. So what I'm going to do is let's... there's a create here. You know what? Let's just copy this, the user thingy. So I'm just going to say new file in the auth. And this one is channel.php. Let's save that. Channel.php. Let's paste from user and just replace what we need. For For example, this guy should be channel. Channel class, yes. And then we grab the rows, the columns that we need. Let me go here. This is the channels table. So I'm just going to copy these guys over here. Copy that. And let's paste it here. Why not? Let's paste it in the column like so. And then what I want to do is select these gaps like so. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a single quote and a comma and press enter like that. Okay. So let's do the same here. Single quote, comma, enter. All right. So there we go. We grabbed every one of these columns. Let me grab this. And we don't need the ID because this one is primary key. It will be handled separately. We don't need to worry about that. So let me remove that. In the update as well, we should never change the user ID, of course. The owner of the channel does not change. We should remove deleted here because you can't really just delete a channel as soon as you create it. It doesn't make sense. Date updated, same thing. We can't update on create, neither can we delete. So, yep. The rest, fair game. Okay. Tags, you're probably not going to add tags immediately, but let's leave it there because we may create another page for creating a new channel and we might want to give the user an opportunity to write tags. But date created in the update does not make sense. Neither does the ID and the what else? Deleted maybe, country ID maybe, handle. So we'll leave everything as is. And the create, let's see here what we're doing with the create. So date created, great. For each, let's remove the allowed insert columns. That's good. Date created. That's great. We don't need a password here at all. Okay. Right. I think that pretty much does it. No. And then insert. So this insert, and then we'll just have to make sure that the target table is correct. So let's change that to channel like that. Okay, so get by email does not make sense in here, but get by ID does. Now we could get, instead of by ID, we could get by user ID, right? This could be multiple channels. So let's say get by user ID like that. Okay, so let's say let me just replicate that, user underscore ID like that, so that we can grab all the channels that a user you know what, let's just call it get user channels or get channels or something, because this is the channel class already. Let's just say get channels like that using a user ID, right? So from channel where the also we have to be mindful of what was deleted, so we don't return that. So let's say where deleted is equal to 0. That is important. So let's just say deleted is equal to 0. And let's get in the habit of using this AND type, because I'm not sure. I think I read somewhere that the double ampersand like that may be deprecated with MySQL. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so deleted equals 0 and user ID is equal to user ID. Limit 1, we remove the limit 1, of course. And then here we do fetch all instead of just one fetch. Alright, so there we go. This will return all our channels. This one will return the channel by ID. So that's one channel. This one remains as is. Update by ID. We are yet to create that, and delete by ID. All right. So this looks pretty good. Like it's going to work. Now, the thing is, we have to, this user ID is not going to come from the form. It's only the name that we are getting from there. Everything else will have to be created. So, for example, a slug must be generated. And let's see here. We're going to use the name to create a slug. And what else? Do we need a country ID? Yes, we do. We're going to use that same country ID. Then handle tags. What else am I looking at here? Description tags. Okay, cool. So the only thing I need to create is that slug. Now, did we create something to do that with? You know, it's been a while. I don't remember. If we did, let me go to database here just to refresh my memory. Fetch all. Nah. We're not dealing with a slug here at all. Okay, so no problemo. So let's create a regular expression here. So function, let me create a public function here. So I'm going to say public function. And this one is going to create slug like that. Okay. I don't know if it's create or generate. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Then we need a string here. And then we need to return that string. So, of course, we expect to return a string. Maybe sometimes it'll be null, but that's not ideal. So maybe we shouldn't allow that null there. Okay, create slug. That's good. So what I want us to do here is, this is in the sign up controller. So immediately we sign up here. We want to create the channel. And in order to do that, we're going to have to say channel is equal to new. This one is in the auth thingy. So we can just say auth channel. Now, if you are using the channel keyword several times, you can just put it here instead and say use. Okay. But here we can just do it like that. Okay. So now we have channel. And then all we need to do is say channel create like that. And we should provide the data. And the data here is inside post like so. And let's do that. Now, it's going to be missing a few things. At least date created will be there. Or will it? Let's see. Create. Oh, yeah. That will be created in the internals, right? But what we need is to add a user ID. So I'm just going to say post like that because you can add stuff to the post array. It's not read-only. You can write to it, which is pretty convenient. So user ID like that is equal to, and let's just say ID right there. That ID that came from the insert. Okay, cool. What else can we put here is the slug. What do you know? So let's do channel, and then we'll say create slug, and let's apply the post channel name, right? There we go. Channel name like that. And actually we need to change the channel name to channel. So I need to add that because remember we use the channel name in the input in the front end. So instead I just want to have name like that, which will be equal to channel name like that. Okay. Okay, so that covers the user ID, the name, and the slug. So let's see that. So that's covered, user ID, name, and slug. Now the handle here, we're just going to give it something as well. Yeah, we could just create another function. Same thing here. Let's just do create handle. That way you can do some fine-grained control when you need to, like that. Okay. Currently, we're just returning this. But let's put some stuff here. I'm just going to say string is equal to, first of all, we do a string to lower. Okay, so we lower it, we make it into a lowercase value. And then we just do a preg replace as well. Let's do preg replace. We want to replace whatever is not desirable. So in this case, if something is letter A to Z or capital A to capital Z, it should be cool. 0 to 9 is fine. What else? A dash should be fine as well. So let me just escape it because a dash has a special meaning in there. That character should be fine as well. We don't want spaces. So what else do we want? So in here we put whatever we want, right, to remain. So only alphanumeric characters should remain unless you have some other characters that you like. For example, an underscore. We could put that there. And yep, maybe that's all. And so in order to negate this, because right now if I say preg replace, it will replace what I have selected in there. So what I will do is put a caret in there like that, which means not what's in here, right? Replace all of that with an empty string. And what's the subject? String like that. So this is a very simplified version. So that's the subject. So, and let's put this here. So we're going to add some more checks to see. Spaces as well. You know, we don't want spaces in there either. So let's do a preg replace as well, just in case some spaces escaped somehow here. We're just going to say space of any amount. We don't want that, so that's great. And let's copy that. Let me put it here as well. Now for the handle, there's going to be an @ symbol, but we're not going to put that in there. So pretty much here the handle and the slug will be the same. But we want to have these guys as unique as well. So we may need to read from the database to confirm that these guys are actually unique. Right. Okay, so let's not do that for now because this is the first record. We're going to just remind me later if I forget this. Let's just try this and see if it actually works. So this is the sign up. Great. If everything goes well, we will be good. Slug. And let me duplicate this to handle like that. So there we go. Create handle. At this moment, both functions are exactly the same. Alrighty then. Create channel. What am I forgetting? Did created, updated the image. So we want that image, right? So, yeah, maybe the video will become quite long, but let me create a simple version of this just to show you how easy it is to create this. Now you need GD library active, of course, for this to work. Usually it comes active by default, but you can switch it on in your php.ini file by just making sure that extension is equal to GD is not commented out or it's part of your php.ini file. So hopefully that's what you're doing in your controller here. I think you can access the php.ini just by doing that. And then let's look for extension is equal to GD, like that. And there it is. So just make sure that you have this line in your php.ini file and that there's no semicolon at the beginning here, right? You remove that and save the file and restart Apache. Okay, I'm not saving here. Okay, so here we create a simple image, right? So let's just create a file name. We're going to say image file is equal to, for the sake of, let me just do this. Let's just make sure the uploads folder exists. So folder is equal to uploads. Let's do that for a start. And then we're going to make sure that this folder exists. Okay, so I'm going to say if not file exists folder. So we generate this guy, mkdir, and the path is the folder. Let's give ourselves permission to write to that, and let's put true in case we have several folders in between to get to that don't also exist. It will create those as well. So looking down here, we don't have an uploads folder. It should be in the public. Yes, in the public. Anyway, anywho, that's the folder. And let's create the image file, right? Image file is equal to, this is the file path, okay? Image file name, like that, so that it's not ambiguous. This one is going to be inside the folder, and then on top of in front of the folder, there's a slash at the end of folder. We're just going to use the slug because we're going to assume that the slug is unique, right? So let's do slug, and it's file friendly at the same time. So at the end, I'm just going to attach JPG like that to make it a JPEG. Okay, very cool. Now, once I've done that, I should have a file that I can put inside the post variable. And this one will be image because that's what the column is. So image will be image file name, like that. Okay, so at least now we are pointing to a file. We just have to generate that file now. There's an image there. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so to create the file, we say image is equal to image create true color. So image create true color, like that, and we give it a height and width. We just want something small, 150 pixels by 150 pixels, a square image, because that's what our profile photo expects. And then just by creating that, we have something already. Let's create a color. I'm just going to call it, let's see, just so we see that there's something going on there. I'm just going to call it, let's create a gray color, right? Gray is equal to image create true. No, not image create. Image color, I think. Color allocate. Yes, what image are we allocating a color to? It's image. And then there's red, green, blue. So I just want to put 128 on all of these, 128 and 128, something like that. Just a gray. And then I want to fill the entire thing here with color. So I'm just going to say image fill, like that. Okay, what image am I filling? That one. And which color am I filling it with? It's that gray color I just created. The XY is where we're starting from. That's 0, 0 to fill the entire thing. And then finally, I want to save this as an image. So I'm just going to say image JPEG. I want to save it as a JPEG. So that's the image I'm saving, and I need the file name as well. There we go. Now, if I want, I can add quality here. It's 1 up to 100, but I'll leave the default value as it is. But before I save this file, I want to add some text. So image text, I know something. There's image ft ft text, and then there's image ttf. That's crazy. Okay, all of this requires a font file. So I'm running out of time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to save this as it is. Okay, for now. We won't put any text there. It's just a file. And don't forget to always delete your images, because they really take up some memory. So image destroy is the thing to do there. Let's destroy that particular image like that. And then we create our channel. Okay. Alrighty then, guys. Let's see here. Let's go back. And now I can actually sign up. So let's sign up. Boom. Okay. Okay, sign up complete. Very good. Let's see here. Email at email.com. Password. And let's go in. There we go. Now let's just confirm if things are good here. And things are not good here. Okay. So we didn't save our channel. That sucks. And let's look for the upload. And there we have an uploads folder. And let's look at the image we created. Oh, wait. Is this an image? Oh, I forgot the .jpeg. Let me rename that to .jpeg. Okay, that way it will load as an image. There we go. So we have a gray image. That actually worked. We created a valid image. But somehow we couldn't save into the channel thingy. Okay, we're going to fix that in the next video, guys. So I'll see you then.